אחד מהם כבר המשיך חזרה בארץ.
זהוס או זהוס, איך קראו לו?
לא, יש לי ארוס ויש לי צ'ופי.
ארוס.
זוס אצל יניב, שותף שלי של עבר בעסקים, יחד עם אטרה של אפילפסיה, אי אפשר להפריד ביניהם, קשה מאוד. ויניב ואני לא מדברים יותר.
די.
כן, כן.
אלה.
היו צרות יותר גדולות, לא ראית שאנחנו טילים מקודם תל אביב?
לא, פספסתי.
רגע.
Dan, I sent you a message.
Yeah, I'm just very weird, I don't see the message though. Wait, let me click on it.
That's happening all day to me.
I saw it coming and disappeared, but I went on your profile and I just clicked the edit message, so it opened it. Oh, for sure.
So, J-Lo, just so you know, you sound very professional.
You'd be shocked to hear me at my job.
What do you do, bro?
Give us an
Show us your voice. Give us the example.
I can't. I can't give myself away.
No, I'm not saying what you do. I'm just saying, you know how we have to put on that other voice?
Said, hey, how are you doing today? Thanks for giving me a call. I was looking over your profile and I thought, you look like a really professional person. I'm just paraphrasing here, so I don't give away.
Yeah. No, don't talk to
So yeah, do you have a little bit of time today to get on a phone call? We can, talk a little bit more and yeah, not a problem. How's it going? Oh yeah.
Are you selling insurance?
I do that when I go to conferences. I wear a different personality.
You have to.
Yeah, oh yeah. I go to conferences, as soon as I'm about to walk in, I just like in my profile photo, I put the hand back and I high five my business partner. I'm like, okay, let's get it on, and that's it.
I was saying the mayor of my town, I know him personally, like we were playing, we had a poker game at the shul, and I sat next to him, right?
Game at the shul?
Yeah, well, it's for charity. So this guy comes over and says, excuse me, are you the mayor? He goes, yeah. He goes, well, I have a complaint. I go, oh shit, the guy's trying to play cards. He goes, yeah, how can I help you? I am the mayor. He goes, well, during the Sandy storm, I had no electricity. So the mayor whispers in my ear, he goes, what does he think, I'm God? I didn't have electricity either. Right? But he has such a different voice in person, and then you see him on TV giving his mayor speeches, and he sounds like J.F. Kennedy. He's like, oh, welcome today. I'm like, wait, that's not the voice I play cards with.
Yeah, it's a completely different person.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Does it come in shorts?
To play cards?
Yeah.
Does he come in shorts, you said?
Yeah.
No, he actually...
Or anywhere. When
Yeah. Yes, but on TV he looks like he's a professional politician.
Oh, man, that's fair.
But even a different voice. It's like, I'm talking to the same person. I'm like, wait, he's like human when I speak to him, and now he's,
This formal politician that has to speak in a certain way.
Yeah, certain voice, you're right.
If you go to the hood, they will say, oh, you're speaking like a white person.
Yeah. Oh, that just happened in another room. I was fighting with two Arab guys and a few minutes ago in another room, and they were like, you're so white, do you want to suck my toes? And I said, no, go on Google, and you can Google suck my toes and go pay for it, motherfucker.
What the fuck?
One lady got in critical condition on their way to the hospital, medicine hospital. They're fighting for her life. One lady got injured in critical condition.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there was one building that got hit, and there were people that the thing collapsed on the 10th-story building. And they don't say, what they do say, where it is. Give me a second. But this building partially collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
So they have people trapped in under the wreckage. Yeah,
want to say the city I think that it's in, but I think it's the same city that we saw the other damage in. We saw three missiles come down there.
Yeah. It's that area for sure.
It's our area. It's where he lives. I mean, not this specific place.
I say if you can just share his location in the chat.
No, I'm just saying this is his city.
Say hello.
The city is from.
The problem and the solution once again.
So I'm going to say
Just like the terrorists.
Hold on, Finley. Hold on. So I'm going to say this. So I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but this one's amazing me that people that haven't did in Houston, or well, in Texas in general, they just arrested like 205 fucking guys. I think there's a few girls tossed in there, like multiple people in a child sex trafficking string, right? And so this is looking at the stats of this. So they caught these guys, right? Now there was protest against in some of these places of arrest, like people saying, "Oh no, you can't do that because people can't distinguish FBI and fucking all these other agencies from ICE, and they don't know what the fuck is going on." But they did this in Houston. It's one of the largest sting operations ever, and they caught it. And there's going to be some jail time, and there's more people to get arrested from it. Hats off to the men and women who worked that case. Now, what's ironic is there was 108 kids saved. 108 kids saved. Out of those kids, a large percentage were, guess what? Smuggled across the fucking border. So these kids were used as sex toys while your bleeding heart is like, oh, the poor kid in the court had to go through a translator with headphones on. I'm going to say, yeah, there's still about 300,000 kids missing in this fucking country that we're aware of were smuggled over the border. And we're still trying to find them. We've got 108. You care, like, how else do you want the courts of people that want to deal with this? The kid had a translator on. The judge was talking through it. He had headphones on so that he could speak to the translator and understand what was being communicated back. And the kids do have to answer questions because, unfortunately, and this is going to, case in point, we have a problem in this country where we have degenerates that are allowed to go out there and purchase a fucking child from across the border as if they're ordering a burrito from fucking Taco Bell.
We're on the same team, Brad. I just want to say, yeah, we're on the same team, baby. I hear you because the two things can be right at the same time. In this case, we're on the same team, you know?
Yeah,
It's sorry.
my heart ain't bleeding for criminals, right? I'm talking about workers. I was talking about workers.
Exactly.
I'm also talking about families. Like, I understand that they're child traffickers. I'm not talking about them. I'm making a distinction, right? The target, which it should be, violent criminals, which includes a trafficker is a violent criminal. But if you are going to people's work sites where they are working and rounding them up for work, like, them people ain't criminals. Criminals ain't going to work. That's what
I'm going to use the same appeal to emotion that you did, Brad, against you. You ready?
How do you know when those people are at Home Depot with their rent? Because the ones that did get rounded up, you'd actually be surprised. Because guess what? They actually helped him to finding out where these kids were. So that's where you're like, I'm sitting here laughing at this because those tips and those arrests are actually leading to further charges.
Exactly.
So
I'm gonna do this. This administration is hiding sex traffickers because of the Epstein list. So the bleeding heart that the Republicans have about catching these sex traffickers and child traffickers are not applying the same logic when they're talking about their president in chief. Circular reasoning, like no one here will ever be in the defense of. Well, actually,
okay, so let's talk about it. You had an administration that wanted to fucking use the RICO Act in Georgia that made
They kicked me from the Israeli room. It's kind of funny. It's like I'm hated by everybody.
YouTube or anything like that, because that would be like.
That's up to you two. That'd be I don't like gay like.
Well.
Anyway, like I prefer like informally like that he's come here to talk to you about the thing.
Hey guy.
Even in your room, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm down to have like a more low key thing. I can just talk about it.
Yeah. No, generally I don't see competent sort of people have the discussion. So I'll probably have to wait.
Yeah, me neither. It's usually like MFA.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, like usually bringing up these underdetermination.
This is true. Wait, where's Andrew? Oh fuck! Look at him running. Look, framing! Framing hurts my feelings! It's so mean! So mean, frame!
When I joined the high-end HBD Discord, I was like, yo, I need like a one-page document that just like has all the citations, all the information, all the like, and they're like, oh yeah, we got you, bro. And they sent me, so I'm now like, I'm ready, boys.
He's armed with population genetics. What is the set like? If you could boil down the thesis to like, a single proposition. Okay, ready? Here it is.
Here's that
Science, bitch.
I'm big on numbers, so.
I wish you was big on your phone reception.
Now would be like a good time to have the burner account or the
Israel has been
anonymous.
killing Palestinians for decades. Whatever. And then, Hamas was created because of the killing of Palestinians by Israelis. So, oh well. I mean, I don't know what you. It's so.
I'm gonna try to
So
get
one-sided. It absolutely was.
with no friends and in anonymous mode.
And what Jews have been killing non-Jews? What are you talking about? Jihadists, let's talk about what's happening in
See if I
Israel
can get
and
Google
Palestine.
Voice
Let's
work.
be for
Google
real.
Voice never works.
Let's be for real. Even when freaking Spain didn't even want y'all asses dead, Muslims didn't even kick y'all out of freaking Andalus. Okay, let's be for real. Okay? Some people have actually shown a bit of mercy. Jews would not be worshiping in Jerusalem if it wasn't for the Treaty of Omar, which was a Muslim. Let's be for real. Y'all was getting persecuted by Christians and Persians. Be for real. Be for real. Go look at it. Jews used to get persecuted in Jerusalem. They couldn't worship anything. They couldn't worship their religion freely. They're only able to do that based on the Treaty of Omar. Muslims were a minority, but they took over Andalusia.
661
before. Before the Reconquista. So,
Google
if they
voice
were a
number,
minority,
voicemail
then they
worked.
took it
Wow.
over. So what? And Jews and Muslims were not kicked out at the same time. Jews were definitely kicked out. Muslims were forced more south. Eventually.
Oh, let's set up an AOL.
Just go and check out the, go and check out the
That's
history.
not a Google voicemail number.
I'm not trying to be nobody's apologist, jihadist. Sometimes you're friends, sometimes you're right. Well, what's happening right now? Let's be for real. So, come on, just stop with all of what you're talking about. Because, see, you guys brought up these points, and now I'm bringing up these points. Now all of a sudden, okay, so what are we talking about? We're talking, keep